Hey everybody, this is Citizen Smith and
Ray.
so Ray, we're at the Chinatown gate.
Old
We're doing
Chinatown.
we're going to be doing a little segment here about the state of conditions of Old Town Chinatown, which is right here in downtown on 4th Avenue. So you were saying that it moved to another location.
82nd Street, yeah, called the J District now. All the merchants are moving over there. So, you know.
That's what they're saying. Well, let's find out what's going on in Chinatown itself, where it's supposed to be the historic location, right here. We're going to find out what businesses are actually in business, if any, and the state of the condition of Chinatown, downtown Portland. Okay, here we are in downtown Chinatown in Portland. This is what it looks like on the first stretch of the sidewalk. The point of this show is, in this episode, is to document the plight of Chinatown in Portland. It's kind of an overlooked part of the city, I think, that's taken a big hit and it's yet to recover. Why? So we're talking to Luis. He's right in the middle of downtown here. He's not a Chinese American living in Portland, I don't think.
I mean, there are a few of the owners Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good to know, because this is about Chinatown and the Chinese Asian community, how they're rebounding from this pandemic. We're still looking around. It looks empty. You're right here in downtown. You got the laundromat. What's going on here? Is the business rebounding? Have people fled this area, the Chinese business owners? What's your take on this?
I mean, there are a few Chinese restaurants in the area. I mean, for a few years, there haven't really been that many Chinese businesses from what I've seen. We have Index, though, that is Asian-owned partially, and then we have us. We're a vintage store. We're Chinese-owned. So there are a bunch of minority businesses, not just Chinese. We're all just kind of trying to do our thing here.
Well, that's kind of an ambiguous statement, though. Like when you walk down the street, I don't see any businesses open.
We got Dead Stock Coffee over there. They're a sneaker-themed coffee shop. They're open. Orox Leather. They're a Mexican leather shop. They're open.
And what about going this way?
Right here, this is Produce Portland. They're black and they're black-owned, minority-owned. They're streetwear sneakers. We're vintage sportswear. We got a whole bunch of businesses open. Upper Playground's open over there. Yeah. This is pretty much the area for like the fashion industry. There's not many businesses open, but what is open is we're able to take care of, you know.
So Ray, who's operating the camera, my co-host on our Black and White section every Monday, our segment, he was saying that he heard they're all moving to what they call the Jade District down on 82nd Avenue.
Oh yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think that's happened for a while. They've pretty much all been over there. A lot of the restaurants moved over there, but over here it's been pretty much more kind of like everyone else just moving in, since like you know.
Everyone else being.
Like other minorities moving in.
But not Chinese.
Maybe other Chinese businesses will be moving in. I don't know. I don't think it's just Chinese people moving. Maybe
so Chinatown's not so much Chinatown. It's kind of mixed town now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's kind of. I guess so. Yeah. But I mean, Chinatown, we try to keep it, you know, as Chinese as possible. We like to have like, you know, the lanterns up. Try to keep it nice. But I don't know. We try to.
So at night, is it? Have people wandering around, or is it quiet at night and just still hasn't
I wouldn't be
rebounded? You wouldn't be here?
No, we still have the homeless issue down here. This is where everything gets pushed down to. So this is where, you know.
All right, so that's the state of affairs pretty much. And how about your business? How's it doing?
We've been doing pretty good. We do online. We've actually just reached 2 years in this location. We used to be over in the industrial area for about a year and a half. But we've been doing really well here. You know, business has been really good for everyone in the neighborhood, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, except at evening time.
Except at evening time. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Luis. Well, thanks for talking and sharing some insight on what's going on in Chinatown.
Laundry PDX. We're vintage sportswear. Open 12 to 6 on the weekdays, 12 to 7 on Saturday, and 12 to 5 on Sunday.
Awesome. Great plug. Hopefully increase a little business for you.
You guys. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Here we are in the very center of Chinatown in Portland. We've got the Golden Seafood Restaurant. If you look down here, you'll see that there's graffiti on the restaurant walls. I don't know if these restaurants are open. My gut feeling is there isn't. Ray on camera says he thinks they might be. It's just too early in the morning. But the problem is, right across the street, we've got the homeless camping out. And this isn't exactly the kind of scene you want to present when you're a restaurant owner in Chinatown. So, I mean, that's the challenge in the situation now. First the homeless people need to go, then the restaurants can open, or the restaurants open and the homeless people go. But they can't live coincide with each other and mutually exist. It just doesn't look good for the neighborhood or people who want to visit, tourists or locals alike. Here's an example of a sculpture in Chinatown with graffiti on it. Some sculptor took the time to make it, and somebody took the time to deface it. And this is supposed to be kind of a pedestrian walkway rest area, which instead is right now a homeless camp at the tail end of Chinatown. So if you want a business in Chinatown, because from our walk around there's very few Chinese anymore and they've kind of left, as we mentioned, to another part of town called the Jade District now, you can get good property. A little plug for David Gold. All you need to start a business in Chinatown, probably lower rates than you get for per square footage anywhere else in town.